Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome to the third episode in my Endzone A World Apart Let's Play. Now, as a reminder, the first three videos of this series are sponsored on behalf of Assemble Entertainment, in celebration of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X version of the game, which is called Endzone A World Apart Survivor Edition. Now, the console version of the game has a UI and control overhaul, and also comes bundled with the Prosperity DLC. In this series, we've been taking a look at the recently released DLC on PC, Distant Places, which has allowed us to build a balloon and venture off map, where we're going to meet eccentric characters and uncover lost secrets. Make sure to click the link in the description to find out more about the game. It really does help me and my channel out, so please do consider checking the link. Thank you again to Assemble Entertainment for sponsoring these three videos, and without further delay, let's continue. Alright everybody, welcome back to the colony of Libra. Now, it's been a little while since we last checked in, and we find ourselves in a very interesting position. About a season and a half has passed, mostly allowing for greater progress with our expedition to Distant Places. Of course, in the last episode, 5 plucky adventurers have loaded up on a big hot air balloon, packed to the brim with materials, and ventured north to Ol Sorensen, to a distant facility where they're going to hopefully help figure out how to break into it and figure out what's going on up there. And hopefully bring back a lot of good stuff. In the meantime, we're now on the precipice of our next drought. It's season 80. Drought is scheduled to occur, as per the weather forecast, but we find ourselves in a much better position this time around, with 20,000 water in the bank. Last time we had this happen, we had about 10 or 12,000 or something like that, and we almost ran out. So this time, I'm confident that we're not going to run too low, although we do have a lot more people, more mouths to water, as it were. Food, I wish I could say the same for. I'm going to be a little bit concerned about that. We have to turn off the fisheries now. And by doing that, we're going to be getting less food. But we did also, at the end of the last episode, build our first kitchen and supply it now with 5 cooks who are turning out hearty meals at a pretty decent clip. So basically what this does, from what I understand, is it takes all this combination of food and creates hearty meals out of it, thus preventing people having to go, oh, I need to get mushrooms, meat, milk, etc., etc. Instead, they just go to get the hearty meals here. So that cuts down a massive amount of travel time, localizes everything to one place where they just go and get it. So I think that's the efficiency bonus that you get out of it. I like to think that it also keeps them satiated for longer, but it actually doesn't say that, so I don't necessarily know that for sure. Now, in the meantime, also what's happened is we've just finished another technology, our 10th technology in total, and that was for the solar collector, which I've scheduled building out here. We're just in shortage of metals, actually, so let me just pause cloth there. Let me pause, switch this over to metals as well. And I'm going to send out an expedition to go find some more metal. Now, I don't think there's any metals loosely lying around for us out here, but there is a factory. Now, a factory probably has what we need. Metals, electronics, things like that. I assume it's a good place to send people, so let's go. Now, we need settler badges, education, and age recommendations. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 people's enough. We don't want to load up with too many rations. And give them about 14 action points, I guess. Hopefully they bring back some of these rations if they don't use them, right? And hopefully they'll find some stuff. Now, we'll give them scrap and metal. We'll just give them metal tools, which counts for both. And I guess that's it. They have all the badges they need, so off you go. Off you go. Their capacity is already pretty full, but I guess they'll uncover what's here, and then we can just go there when we need to and get the materials that come back. Depending on what we find, of course. Alright, we've also got a visitor.
Hi there, I'm Susan Melfi.
What do you got for me, Susan? She has electronics as well, actually. We're going to need that to set up our electricity poles, so let's just go with 30, maybe? It might help us out a bit. And I'm happy giving over sulfur. Sulfur's... we've got a lot of it, and... oh, actually, we don't have that much, I suppose. Let's go with 100. Leaves us with a little bit. We'll switch one of our coal mines, because we've got too much coal. And I'm just going to bump this up a bit further. So we're going to take 40 electronics for 100 sulfur. I'm happy with that deal. It's a pretty good deal. I would like some other things, but I'm not willing to give anything else. We do have a decent amount of medicine, but nah.
Time and again, always a pleasure closing a...
Indeed. Alright, cool. So, that's going. What else? Got 8 people doing nothing. We've got too many water carriers, no point having that many doing that. Now that water's pretty much empty, although there are some bits of water left in the rain collectors, which is good. So we'll just pull from that while we need to. And look at this, we're actually staying above 20,000 even now, because they're getting it from the rain collectors, which is cool. Yeah, so these are pretty much grown. Let's just increase the amount of farmers and just turn these on so they can work that no problem. Now, I meant to say, there's so many different things going on. I meant to say that, actually, just before I do, I'm going to get building something, and once the building's queued up in the background, then we'll get to it. So I'm going to go with electricity and electric power pole. So we have our solar collector built out here. It's getting built. It needs materials. It needs electronics and metals, but so do the actual power poles that are going to feed into our city. So let's just queue up a few of these. They need to just be within their own radius of each other. Something like that. And we'll get our kitchen powered. Now, electricity does different things for different buildings. For a kitchen, it speeds up the progress of actually making food. For a house, it makes people happy. For a water tank or a water tower, it'll actually increase the efficiency of filtration, but also increase the speed at which people gather water, so that's pretty good. So ideally, we want to like light all of that up with electricity. Now, we've got a solar collector. The hint is in the name, it only collects power during the day. So we need to get batteries, but we can't get that for a while. Anyway, now that that's queued up, as I was mentioning, we have our 10th technology, and we're just storing up knowledge now in the background. With the 10th technology, we've now activated the Prosperity DLC. Prosperity DLC basically lets you, well, I'll just show you. Now, I've never used it, but I can see that in here, there's tons of technologies to get. Coffee, joint, beer, cake, stew, soap, all of these different things. Upgrade your pub, cement, and then we can scroll and see even more stuff a bit later. But what it means is we can now upgrade our town hall before we can actually get to do that. So upgrading the town hall costs fairly decent, or upgrading the town center into a town hall is only for the Prosperity DLC. You can upgrade this building several times without it, but we're at our max now without the DLC. With the DLC, we can get to a town hall, and that's going to unlock the several technologies that we can use inside of the research station. And that's going to unlock essentially endgame prosperity type content. Stuff for making people live better, but they'll also get a little bit demandy, I believe. So we'll see how that all plays out. Now, did our expedition just reach the place? It just did. Reached a faraway place. We'll check that in just one sec. Just want to make sure we're all queued up here. So while we're going through the drought, I think it's imperative that we give settlers tools and protective clothing. Although radiation is actually pretty good. We've actually fallen down to just 2 bars, so maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, let's just let them do their thing. Let them suffer. They'll be fine. We're actually gaining food, and water's just about fine. All right, let's have a look at this expedition. Oh, wow, we got a loading screen.
It's great that you've come. It was slowly getting kind of edgy here, but that shouldn't stop us. Look at this gorgeous spot I found here.
Now, in the interest of time, I'll just be reading what he says instead of letting him voice the whole thing. So, we're here. There's a door that we need to get through. So, the expedition to the north. I guess we found this facility. He's here in his balloon. We're here in our one. Ours is a little bit bigger, just saying. And all our guys are just waiting there. Oh, there he is. That's pretty cool. All right, so we didn't bring a charcoal burner badge character with us, but we've got everything else. So, to the entrance.
Fabulous, isn't it?
I landed here and knew I wouldn't be leaving this place so fast again. You've got to grasp opportunities where you find them. I'm sure you're able to help get this door open. Right, so we have a bar. There's a large bar lying next to the crates. Maybe we could use it as a lever to lift the door off its hinges, or just go for the door lock itself. Let's do that. We have the tool. Boom, success, instantly. All right, very good. The lock was worn down.
The waiting outdoors in the snow really paid off, after all.
Naturally, the passageway is still a bit dark, but I can't get rid of the feeling that we've got something very special ahead of us here. Sure, it's dark, but what could be dangerous here? Let's just go through. Go on in. What is this? Torches. A little bit of light wouldn't hurt here, boss. We can't even see our own feet. There are some wooden slats here, and we have some towels with us. We can make torches. Yes, that's what we brought the cloth for. The torch is burning. It's a good thing we got some light. The floor is full of junk everywhere you look. Now we can avoid tripping over everything.
What a fabulous place.
It's hard to believe, but this building probably used to be a kind of bar. Just picture it. Tables and chairs, a crackling stove in the middle, a little music, good conversations, long evenings, and a couple of good drinks to be had at the bar itself. A pub at the snow-covered end of the world. You know, I can hardly believe it myself, but a vision is planting itself solidly in my mind. My dear friends, we have to get the bar back in shape and make it shine like new again. Man, I would just take the whole place apart, but okay.
A good
We could build a bar back
means
home.
Electricity, of course. After all, there's a whole bunch of equipment standing here that would benefit from it. I
brought
brought along my trusty generator. We can make use of it. Would you like to haul it in from outside?
I couldn't interrupt him that time. So yeah, we could take in a generator from outside. We can start to go
There's
through
a
the
lot
bar,
of
lots of
a good
stuff.
bar need-
The heat. Now I've got 13 action points left. Let's just do it in the order he wants. Let's bring in the generator.
A good bar, there it is. Awesome. It ought to supply us with enough power to create some cozy lighting here and run one or the other piece of equipment too.
Okay. There's junk and chaos everywhere here. I'll let you have some say in the designing. After all, we're something like partners now. What do you think? Where should we hook up the generator? Well, this is a 100% chance. This isn't. So let's go with the cable. Up here, boss, in a little hut. The floor is stable over here in the corner. We've got the right cables along, boss. All right.
Fabulous. One small step in the direction of my fully operational bar.
Nice. Cool. All right, so we completed the generator one. Let's go for lots of stuff. Let's see what we're getting.
There's a lot of stuff blocking the way here, isn't there?
Let me clean this out.
Although I was able to get a very good look inside when I landed,
There was no way for me to see this cluttered mess, but even so, I already know exactly what I'm going to do with this
then
corner.
again,
Yeah, this is it. The day customers are supposed to sit here and tell each other stories while they enjoy the delicacies that this world has to offer. Come on, we shouldn't waste any time. Where do we begin? Shelves, furniture, trunks. Let's go with the trunks. Look inside.
you're welcome.
So we're after getting scrap wood tools, activated carbon masks, and some decontamination kits. For years, I've traveled with my balloon from place to place, and now this might just turn out to be a new home for me, here in the midst of the snow. Isn't that unbelievable? Alright, let's check the furniture. There are old chairs and furniture all over the place.
It's already a lot better like this. It's a
Dude, I don't know how we're
lucky
gonna...
thing
This is great, but I don't know how we're gonna carry all this back. It's already a lot bigger. We'll have to make so many trips out here, I think. Although, actually, maybe the balloon can carry it. I'm guessing they probably can, actually. Anyway, there was no way I could know if anyone would even receive it and would come and get me. And if I had left, someone else might have grabbed this wonderful building for themselves. I could never have forgiven myself for that. Right, furniture and trunks is emptied out. We have the shelf over here.
Great. This way nothing can crash down anymore.
Speaking of crashes, it's not my first visit here. I ran into a snowstorm back then and had to make a forced landing. I thought my time had come. And then I spied a tower in the midst of all the raging snow. That was how I got here the first time. Unfortunately, the door was locked. What's more, I was short on supplies and had to leave in a hurry when the snowstorm died down. So you might be so we're going through all these things, but we are spending action points. Now, I brought 15 with me. Hopefully that will be enough. We're 44% done, apparently. So we're making good progress, but we haven't failed anything either. So we'll go with heat last. Let's go with the bar now. I think this used to be a bar, boss. At least that's what it looks like.
No kidding. It's a bar.
Even the right kind of stools are here. Are we lucky or what? This place is as if it was made for us.
Of course.
Is it any good? It's still good for something. You'll see. It won't be long before the beverages are bubbling away here. But first, we have to look and see what this precious gem has to offer. Right, we have drawers and a small chamber. Break them open. Looks like we have a 90% chance. Good. There's all kinds of useful stuff in here. Hard liquor, metal tools, plastics. Let's check this small chamber.
Excellent. There's even storage space for utensils and glasses and bottles here. Not to mention the jam.
Jam.
Sure, yes, indeed.
Hasn't it ever crossed your mind to produce scrumptious jam? Why have I been perfecting my jam recipe all these years? For what? We'll get to that. But first of all, let's take a look at the closets and cupboards in here. Okay. And it makes me think of my grandmother used to make like really, really nice jam that I haven't had in years. Anyway, the cupboards and cabinets are locked. Let's pry them open. Everything will need to be redone here anyway. We'll do this one first. Do it with skill. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we got 200 plums, 200 peaches, and 70 hard liquor. So some of the things are just a one and done kind of answer, but some of them are like options. That's right. You have a chance base to get either of those. So which option are you more prepared for? So we took the one of just breaking it open with the tool rather than forcing it. All right, we're on to the last thing, the heat. This very Frostpunk-esque generator in the center of this bar. We don't complain much, but it's freaking cold. Everything is covered in snow. According to the signs, the big machine in the middle must be a heating stove. Should we try and get it going?
Yeah, it's actually pretty chilly here. Do you think we can get that big thing up and running?
That ought to make it really nice and toasty for us. I'll admit it's a few years, centuries past its prime, isn't it? But at any rate, it's better than nothing. Alright, so what do we got? We could clean it, or do a complete overhaul. Well, we have the tools for this. Confidence increased by 25%, 75% chance of doing it. The thing is full of holes. It's in desperate need of an overhaul. We have a technician on hand. Let's do it.
I can already see that cozy fire crackling
Nailed it.
away. Then
Let's put on the
it
heat.
just crossed my mind.
We don't have any fuel. A coal stash? Or old wood? Yeah, we brought wood with us, didn't we? Or we have some anyway, so we might as well use that. Get some wood. And we got ourselves the charcoal burner badge. Nice. The wood is dry as a bone. It should burn beautifully.
Oh, how wonderful. At last I can sit down next to a crackling fireplace and make myself some mushroom tea. Grab yourselves a few chairs and take a seat and join me.
Mushroom tea, that sounds different. Listen, Ol, we should probably be heading home soon. That's so awkward. Anyway, mushroom tea. Is there nothing else?
What a shame. Ah, that's a shame. But you'll come back again, won't you?
Sure. I mean, I guess so.
I'm glad to hear it. In the meantime, I'll do some tidying up and keep the fire going.
And I have one last request.
The fuel won't last forever. And I'm afraid I'm a bit short here, and I'd really prefer not to burn up the chairs. So, could you maybe bring some along with you? Of course, only if you don't mind, and it's not too much trouble.
It depends how much, of course, but sure.
Gee, I knew I could rely on you.
We got 5 Explorer badges for our 5 Explorers. Look at them all. They're tired. Gee, I knew I could rely on you. I simply knew it. You've already helped me get a lot further. I'm going to name a drink after you. I might just call it The Boss. Reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 3, specifically. We did it. 100%. We cleared the whole place. So let's see what we can take back with us. So this is our packs. We'll just pack it full. Yeah, we can take the whole thing. Awesome. All right. I guess it all just fits in the balloon. Holy crap, we got so much stuff. 260 scrap, 200 wood, 20 scrap tools, 15 masks, 5 kits, 25 cloth, 25 metal, 45 plastic, 15 metal tools, 100 hard liquor, 200 plum, 200 peach, and 20 expedition rations to bring back with us. God damn. Guessing it's going to take a while to return though. Safe trip home. Well, there we go. That's a lot of stuff. That is a huge amount of stuff, in fact. And that should solve our food... Well, we don't have a food crisis, actually. We're actually fine. But yeah, that influx of food, additional plums and peaches or whatever, that's going to be great. And then we'll have to gear up our next one. Now, did I send out the expedition? They're getting ready for that one, and this one is now returning. Okay. Well, we'll keep the episode going all the way until that gets hopefully back and get ready to send out and see the second phase. In that time, we're just going to build out our power network and... try not die, I guess. Do some more tech and stuff. So I'll put it up to speed 2. Just make sure I'm not making any super grave mistakes, like having 44 people doing nothing. There, we'll get them building at least. Get some farm. We've got enough farmers. Another refiner, a tailor, sure, why not? Miners. We do have a lot of coal. I don't want people doing nothing. You might as well get them in there if they're going to do something. Research, teach. Fill up all of these different professions. Logisticians, I feel like, are very... I have underutilized them and not used them very efficiently. I mean, they're moving things between different warehouses, but I don't have that many warehouses, so... I don't know. Like I was saying before, like in building this, having a warehouse out here with all these materials already probably would have been a smarter way to play it. What do we have? Oh, there's a storm. Crap. It's about to roll over us right now. Actually, you know what then? Let's get a ton of builders because they're going to just start repairing everything. Depending on how much damage we take. This is the damage map. Oh, damn. It didn't damage anything here. It's broken one of our that jetty is like... That needs to be repaired immediately. That's where all of our water comes from when it's working. So, repair next, please. Good tip on that. In case you didn't know. You can just force the priority on things like that. 129... Oh, yes, and also that's going to redistribute Radiation. Looks like not too bad, actually. We're okay. Now, I'd actually never turned back on the irrigation of these things, so I'm going to do that. Just put them all on low. We've got a lot of water. If they're off, because we were conserving water a while ago, I think we'll be okay to put them back on low. Keep the radiation out of here. Alright, nice. So this field is at 100% planting, so that can be paused. That one's not. That one is. That one is as well. And this one is. Cool. Alright, saving on the workforce. It looks like we've, as you can see by here, we have like, what's the word? Stabilized our population. Constant population, not growing, not declining. Every couple times we get an adult, they die out, we get some kids. Perfect. Exactly where I want it. About 200 to 250 I think is a sweet spot, at least for me. What I'm worried about in the future is going to be scrap. Collecting scrap is going to start running out and getting a little tougher to find. But not too bad. Also, the berries are pretty much gone now, the herbs and the berries, so we can stop getting them, and we can stop getting them. And anyone else can just be put on, as I like to say, random tasks. Now, it's a bit of a weird thing, but whenever I hear the word random task, I think of Austin Powers. I think one of the henchmen, his name is Random Task in Austin Powers 1, I think. Random Task. Anyway, yeah, it looks like we have everything to load these up. We just need the builders to actually bring the goods out here. And obviously during the day, like I said, we need batteries to store the power, but during the day, at least we'll get a little productivity bonus across the board. Feels good, man. The mines are doing their thing. We have sulfur in our inventory if we just type sulfur. We've got 52 in stock. Okay, you know what? You can switch to sulfur for a little while. Just in case we get an announcement of another attack. It's been a while. It'd be good to just store up some and then get cranking in the... Actually, while we have excess jobs, we might as well turn on the ammunition factory and get people in there. Cranking out some bullets. Oh my god, that's such a coincidence. Imminent raider attack. Alarming rumors have reached our ears. And apparently a force of raiders are assembling right near us. Now, that still means it's going to take a few days, and they're coming from over here. Somewhere over here. So we can anticipate that they're going to... Well, we've got a tower up here, actually, right there, but it's a bit far back. If I want to protect our water area, I think I'll build another one like here, and if they do happen to make it past, we should still be okay. So let's just have a look while time is playing. We can have a look at where we're going to put down our next tower. Maybe even here would be good, although it's a bit risky. Yeah, I guess right on top of the water. Probably safer. I suppose no reason not to have it a bit further out. Yeah, don't see why not. Covers our little scrap building, but I'll probably get rid of that in the future, and anything coming in. So they're coming right from up that way. So yeah, this should be a good spot. And then we'll make these bullets, we'll put a priority on this building, and that way they'll get to defend it as quickly as possible. So let's do a priority of defense. The other tower is actually really far back, thinking about it. It's kind of annoying you can't put that down on top of a building. Because we won't... Well, I guess you can put down multiple, actually. It's not that big of a deal. You can just say both. So that's the priority. So this tower and that tower. We don't need to worry about it right now. I don't think so, anyway. The grid has not extended yet. Alright, let's just speed things up. I'm going to keep moving the game as quickly as I can in order for our expedition to get back. Get all those lovely, tasty goods and advance to the next stage. We're replanting in a lot of our places, which is good. We've got plenty of farmers. The drought is over. The water is back. That was not bad at all. Although we did lose like 8,000 water, but we had so much stored that it was totally fine. We can get the people back on that as well. So yeah, let's lower back down the amount of builders. We can reduce that to about 20. That's probably more than enough. And just bring back up the water collecting to at least 50 for now. Let's get people back on the herbs. Yep, that's fine. And, too many farmers for sure. Put that back down to 20. Now that everything's being planted. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just put more people on water. Can't have enough. And then when we've got lots stored, we can switch to defense. Prioritize that for a little bit. So, upgrade the town hall. I think we should do that in this episode as well if we can. We have most of the materials. We're lacking a little bit for a few different things in here. But I'm focusing on metal while we build up our electricity network. These guys have just about reached the factory, so we're going to get a little dialogue thing here as well. And how's everybody doing? Pretty good. Could do with having some tools. Yeah, I might give them that boost. Get the jobs done. So we have 52 tools at the moment. And 100. Yeah, so let's distribute the tools. Actually, is there any? No. Mission includes special rewards, field testing, a radioactive reminder. Sure. It's been quite some time since we ventured out of our end zone. We've experienced a lot for the better, but we've had to go through a lot too. We think it's time we erected a memorial that always reminds us not to repeat the mistakes our ancestors made. A memorial? Oh, they gave me a new building. 12 by 12. Are you having a laugh? The amount of materials as well. Let's have a look at it. Looks actually pretty cool. Well, we could have it somewhere out here next to the big station. Or even just tucked in here next to the shelters. I have no problem with that. Behind the kitchen. Oh, it fits kind of nicely there. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's just blueprint it for now. It is going to take a bit before we can get it done. And we've got plenty of time to do that.
We've arrived, Chief. It doesn't look as if everything's already been looted here.
After the catastrophe, people probably weren't able to do a thing with the machinery at first. Our technician's already rubbing his hands with glee. Alright, find a way inside. The building is caved in on one side. We should probably be able to get in and look around without any problems. And there's a door at the rear of the building, but also a ladder. Well, let's try the door. It took a while, but eventually the door gave way. With pure muscle, we wouldn't have been able to do it, because we had a tool. Alright, keep going. We're standing in the middle of the production hall now, Chief. Probably no one's been here since the catastrophe. The dust is centimeter thick on the conveyor belts, the machinery, and the floor. What should we take a closer look at? Assembly lines. It's probably going to take a while, but we have the proper tools. That's excellent. We get some metal. It's exactly what I wanted out of this place. Oh my god, and we got pipe system. Well shafts are built more accurately using this technology. As a result, wells and electric water pumps can be placed closer to each other without their working areas mutually influencing each other's productivity when obtaining water. So if you build wells too close to each other, they have this, like, you know, efficiency degradation. And I guess this reduces it. But also, probably not so good for wells, but probably really good for the electric water pumps, because you want to keep them close to power them. That's awesome. And then the amount of resources that this saves by not having to get it in the tech tree is really good. Machinery. Just for the time's sake, I'd actually really like reading the exploration events personally. I love stuff like this, like in Frostpunk and this War of Mine, but gotta get through it. Hey, we got a knowledge point as well. Really good. 35 more metal, some more electronics. Excellent. And no problems so far. And then the control room. We found educational training. Oh my god, 106 electronics. That's so good. So we could still make our way up to the roof. That was just in the main building. Yeah, no problem. We climbed up. Few rungs of the ladder broke off, but nothing happened to anyone. Awesome. Keep going. There's nothing up here, right? We can just go in through the collapsed side. That's weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense, like it's another way up, but do I have to try to go in each way to see if there's anything? I guess so. Alright, let's use our tool to break in the collapsed side. Oh no. No can do, Chief. We'd be busy for weeks before we'd finish taking this boiler tank system apart. Okay. Or you could try again. There we go. So we spent a point. Right, we got 3 scrap collector badges, even more metal. And that's it. 100%. But it says 50% up there. Oh. Oh, I don't know if that was there the whole time. That would make a bit more sense, actually. A depot. Let's take a look at that. Or maybe we just unlocked it, I don't know. Anyway, luckily the storage depot is still intact. Raw materials for the factory were probably kept here. Open up the container. Cloth, 53 cloth. Open up the... Oh, sorry, that was the depot itself. Open up the container. 53 wood. And that's it, 100%. Alright, nailed it. So I'm just going to take all the metal we can. That's all I really want. We have a good amount of electronics already. Actually, let's take a little bit of both. Electronics weigh a lot less. You can take way more. Alright, good. So we got another knowledge point, and we got that technology. Actually, the knowledge point doesn't get here until she gets back, I think. But that technology is done now, so... I've forgotten already what it was. It was the pumps thing. I don't know why I can't see it. I'm just being an idiot, probably. Solar collector, electronics, electric water pump. There it is, pipe system. Nailed it, already researched. Awesome. Great, it's going to come in very handy once we get the electric pumps up and running. So what do we have? Production has stopped due to empty areas. That's usually scrap collecting. Yeah, they've run out. But we can just tell them to go over here for a bit. Another trader is arriving. Trader Joe. And we're collecting water as fast as we can. Let's turn all these water towers on for the time being. Good. I don't really need anything. See you later. Great. How's the infrastructure network? Yeah, looking good actually. We've powered on the kitchen. We haven't gone much further than that. So let's continue building it. We have 60 electronics and 20 metals. They do need wood for these as well, don't they? What do they need? 6 wood, 6 scrap, 3 metal, 3 electronics. Yeah, basically just want to get all the way to power on the refinery there. Okay, good. They're all queued up. This one wasn't by accident. Let's just turn that back on. Alright, great. Now I'll just hide the UI just so you can get a nice overview of the town. I feel like it clutters things a little bit, especially when I'm hopping around so quickly. Place is looking good. Looking damn fine with our little grid network powering just the one building right now, but they're loving it. Cooking those meals. Hearty meals. The food is gaining, the water is gaining, our tasks are progressing, radiation is down, health is up, variety of food is excellent. People don't have their protective clothing, but they don't need it. They don't need it. We're storing up a bunch. They'll be fine. 300. Tools really is what I'd like to get working on, but we're just low on metal. So I want to get the electronic network up here so they can get that stuff quickly. Alright, let's just speed up time. Also, we can turn off some of these fields and get our gatherers back online for extra bits of food. Yes, I'm going to reduce the amount of farmers. I still think we have too many. 12 might be cutting it a bit short. Herbs. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. So yeah, logisticians I think we can bring down a bit. Don't feel like I ever notice it when I bring them down, notice the real effect, but it's kind of a more subtle effect. And like I said, we could also be working on getting more, the mines are just piling up coal all the time as well. How's our expedition? It's almost about halfway back. We're about halfway through the episode, so that's good. You'll be back in no time. Alright, looking good. I'm just trying to remember if I've forgotten anything. Some of these storage buildings are full up. We have to get the next technology for a better warehouse. Radiation's okay. That attack has not given any sign that it's coming in anytime soon. I'm going to assign a couple of militia. Oh yeah, look at this. I thought actually you need militia to store the bullets, but they're doing it by themselves. Excellent. They're storing bullets. I think because the priority for defense is up there. Bullets were just sitting in storage for a while, and we're making more all the time. I have no doubt this one tower will repel that attack. Although, who knows? It is the 3rd or 4th attack we're getting. Our expedition has made their way home. So yeah, just head back out to this factory and grab everything you can in terms of metals and electronics. So anyone that's not doing anything, just load up your bags. They don't cost anything to go out there. Just gotta look for these little hood symbols. These hooligans. Alright, you guys, there's another one. Off you go. Grab everything you can. Perfect. Looking good, looking good. Man, I really feel like in the last episode I was like, this is such a struggle, it's such a problem, and now I'm like, I'm on top of the world. I think we've done it. Survived at least the biggest issues on our way, and it's raining like every season, and then it looks like there's going to be a drought in 6 or 7 seasons, so we can store up so much by then. Not a problem. These water tanks are all full. They're all full. We need another one if we want to store anything. That's kind of crazy. It's almost a problem, actually. We have the cistern, I guess. That's not full yet. We could upgrade it. 12 plastic. Yeah, now that we've got so much metal, actually, we can pause that, bring that back up, bring that back up. Okay. Let's just choose to upgrade it now and they'll start delivering that stuff. Let's choose to let them build this. Our memorial. Keep the people happy. And then we have to upgrade our town hall as well. All these materials. I reckon we can do it. Just need cloth and plastics. There's no sickness either. That's the other good thing. People are quite healthy. No sicknesses. We're storing up medicine. We've got 329 little vials of medicines. It's great. Hey!
From up here. Ole Sørensen is back in
Man, you got back quick. God damn.
Waiting to be unpacked. After all, if memory serves me, there's always been a few good buyers here for our merchandise, right?
Indeed. I gotta be honest though, we don't need anything from you. We're fine for water. Don't really need raw materials like wood. Beer would be nice, I suppose, but it's kind of a... don't really need it. I could be nice to you though. We could give you something for a better deal next time. What do we have? We have 5 neck scarves. He's loving that, so I'll just give you 5 neck scarves. That should increase... don't know if that increases it all the way, but if it does, that's a bit easy. But let's just do it anyway. There you go, we got 5 neck scarves, you can just have them. Branded on Colony Libra. Colony Libra's colors. Actually, that's not planted yet. Oh my god, I've been neglecting the fields. They're just full up and no one's harvesting. Pretty much all of these. Whoops. That's the problem with microing these. If you don't micro them well, you could just end up harvesting everything at the same time, causing a big bottleneck. My bad. Got 20,000 water though. What we could do is, let's just say, okay, lower that down to 5, lower that down to 5. You guys can maybe chill, and we'll just get some extra farmers out there for a little while harvesting. And that food is going to explode. We'll set it to 20,000 food. Okay, the deal is done. Our expedition are getting ready to go. 2 of them are quite old. 4 of them are quite old. Goddamn. How's our expedition? It's almost on its way back. And how's our network? Network's good. It's supplying all of these. Or it's built for all of these. It's just that it's nighttime, so they're not actually getting energy. But that means tomorrow they will. So let's continue. Let's just keep continuing building out these poles. We have one right there. It's kind of hard to see, but that should do the trick. Oh my god, yeah, I love seeing all the wires come out, actually. It looks really good. Connection. It's like a little mini game in itself, trying to see where how many connections you can get out. Okay, that's a lot, but building all of those poles means that we're going to even be supplying the research station now with electricity, so that should be quite good. Alright, let's let time speed up. I'm loving seeing population be so consistent. It's great. It's exactly what I wanted. How's the defense of this building? We're almost full up on bullets. Probably more than we need. Oh, I got some achievements. Never forget. And location, location, location. Task complete. It truly is an awe-inspiring place because we built this monument. A memorial to the past. People are going to be super happy. I'm honestly surprised they're not happier, really, considering everything's quite good. I suppose if we handed out the masks now, we can do that, and then hand out some tools, they'd be quite happy. So let's give that a shot. So yeah, let's go to the town hall and say, take your masks, take your tools. We're starting to see happiness already push to the higher level of reproduction. Newborn settlers will live slightly longer, and then we get higher efficiency and newborn settlers living longer, and then higher speed of movement, as well as living distinctly longer. Look at that. The number is just piling up now as they get their goods. They have their eclectic food. They're loving it. They have their materials. They're healthy. What more could you want? This is absolute peak Endzone. I went from thinking like, oh, I'm going to lose the game to, yeah, everything's fine. And then look at me in like 10 more seasons. I'll be like, oh my god, everything's horrible again. Alright, good. Feeling good. Although feeling real good that this is going to be coming back with so much stuff. And these numbers are tumbling on down. Do we have any radiation suits? No, we've only got one. That's fine. I'm not going to make any of those. It's overkill. It's just complete overkill. Yep, so they've taken all those. They've pretty much taken every tool. We can give them the scrap tools as well. Yeah, radiation's actually climbing just slightly, so I guess it's not such a bad thing. And then what I'm going to do is just assign the random task of removing radiation within the town anywhere we can. It's not going to be that much. It's kind of a lot over there, actually. And just up here. Anyone who's free is going to do that, which will be good. Just to clear off those little spats. The irrigation is all on up and running and online, so that's nice. And we've got our third technology point. We're getting our fourth. I don't want to get any technology just yet. Nice, all of these buildings in red are now hooked up. So once they get power, they're going to be ecstatic tomorrow. They're going to love it. Would be nice to get the batteries to store that power overnight. But the next thing I want to do is upgrade. We could do that now. Upgrade to a town hall. What else do we have to do? We have to upgrade to a town hall. In our forum, we've got unknown researchers. This mission includes different types of resources as a reward. We were contacted by some explorers from another settlement. They're on their way back from an expedition, and they're running out of rations. They'd be willing to trade some of the things they discovered for provisions. I've got 12,000 food. How much do you need? 600? Yeah, I can give you 600. And 15 rations. We've just been contacted. Oh yeah, I read that already. They gave us back hemp hay, 15 radiation suits, and more electronics. Perfect. Decorations. You want me to build decorations? Are you mad? Isn't it about time to improve the quality of our lives? You kidding me? This is paradise. Let's do it. Build 66 decorations. We have 53. Okay, we could work on that in the meantime, in the background. Wait to store up some resources. We're very low on scrap. Very low indeed. We did just commit a lot to the main building, so I suppose that's why. Probably not such a bad idea to start looking at our next place for scrap. A big building site like up here would be awesome for it. Don't really want to build anything up there though until the attack arrives, and then we could do it. Because they might just sack the buildings. Just looking around. Ooh, there's a giant train station, a train. Multiple trains. Combine harvester and stuff. Yeah, I guess there's a lot around here actually. Okay, that's not too far away. It's just across. It's over the mountain. But I'll probably do that. So let's just go resources, scrapyard, and just, I don't know, build it like right around here. And we'll sort out getting a dirt road to lead up to here. Okay. So when this one kind of starts to empty out, then we'll switch them over to that other one. It's a much further, much greater distance. And in fact, it wouldn't be such a bad idea to have a storeroom somewhere like here as an in-between point for logisticians to grab what they need. We'll just tell it to just hold. Yeah, so don't hold food or anything like that. You don't need to. Well, actually, food might not be such a bad idea. And then we can give them a water point as well, actually. Although there's water right here. I suppose every little helps. There, they'll grab some water from over there. Okay, so yeah, in this storeroom, I'll just deselect everything. Yeah, raw materials is fine. Food is fine as well. If they can pick up food from there to eat, that's good. Radiation protection, forget that. Forget tools. Yeah. Everything else, you can go into the town if you need anything else, that's fine. But this is just really just for you to store your scrap. Alright, our target has been reached. We're going to just load up on metal. Let me just... Yeah, I guess metal, electronics. Scrap, because we just ran out. Plastic, cloth, a little bit of raw material, I guess, and then return. Great. Looking good. Would be nice to see this attack, see if we can repel it. I'm sure we will, although, you know, I really don't know how big it's going to be. I'm just guessing that it's not going to be some overwhelming force, but it might be.
Hi there.
I'd be really
I'm
mad
Susan
if it
Melfi.
was. Radiation suits. I can give you some meds. Sulfur. 177 sulfur for 18 suits. Absolutely. I don't need any more electronics, I don't think. Maybe a smidge. 20 electronics for some medicine? Would that tip the balance? I don't think it's worth it. You can just keep it.
Time in it.
Alright, great. So, is it daytime? It is, right? It's bright. But it is raining. Could that be... Nighttime, uncontaminated... Oh, it's still nighttime. There we go, it's daytime now. Boom. Everyone has their... electricity. A lot of people do anyway. People are way happier as a result. It's building back up again. Love to see it. Yeah, metals are fine. Everything else isn't. Okay. Great. Awesome. So I'm really happy with how that's all turned out. When's our stuff getting back? It's almost back. Our expedition has almost returned. We do have a sickness going on right now. 37 people are sick. That kind of just happens. You can get a technology called immunity to actually reduce that happening, which maybe I should, because it is a bit of a disruption. The settlers' consumption of herbs and medicine increases by double. This prevents the outbreak of new diseases. Oh, but it is a decree, so you activate it. I don't know if I want that then. I think I'm going to wait to get some of the prosperity things. Wind turbines or batteries, we could just look into that right now. I suppose we look into that right now. Costs 2. Still save some for prosperity then. How's our graveyard? Just alright. Normal, nominal. And our fields. So which ones... This could be turned off. These have been planted. That's almost done. That's planted. Stop working that. Alright, that just moves the farmers a bit more onto these ones, so they'll be okay. Expedition's returning. We're about to see it come back in. There it is. Boom. Look at these guys. From the new world. From uncharted territories and lands. Expedition to the north. Open the window. Let's check it out. So, Orla Sorderson made radio contact with us so that we could help him with a project. It deals with an old, completely snowed-in tower that Ol wanted to get back in shape so that he could open up a bar inside of it. Once we had tidied things up a bit, we found an oven that we were able to get going again. As we were about to set off, Ol asked us if we couldn't bring a little bit of fuel with us next time. End the chapter.
I send greetings to all my fabulous helpers who are sitting there, far away and thinking of me. Believe it or not, things have changed. Drop by sometime.
So things have changed. He's been working on the place, and now we have to go and bring a gatherer, a scrap collector, 20 coal, not that bad at all. Technician cloth. Yeah, this is all totally doable. We can pull this together right now and just head back out. I think we've got all the badges we need. So let's get him. You've got the gathering badge. You're both old. Don't know if they're gonna die on the way. I don't think that's gonna happen. I suppose we should go. He doesn't have a job anyway, so bring him and bring her, just in case we need her. Activate all the resources, that's fine. Scrap tool, metal tool. And we brought 15 last time, so let's do the same again. That's 60 rations. We should be able to do that. Let them queue up. So that's that. That is the Distant Places DLC. Now I'm really curious to see, I guess, what happens. I actually noticed in the tech tree in between episodes when I was looking when we got our scrap collector. Where is it? Yeah, so I didn't even know you could scroll. I think I said that earlier on this episode. But improved power systems. This technology will automatically be explored as soon as the expedition in the south has been fully completed. Regular gathering of the merchants. There we go. This one will be completed when we finish Ol's expedition to the north. So he said he wants this to be a place where people meet and chat and go to a bar and stuff. So I guess when you've built this functioning bar in the snow, we can like go there. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but it seems kind of cool. Like it's a technology that only unlocks when we fully finish doing that. And it says regular gathering of the merchants. So it's kind of cool. Like these end game technologies in each category are for the north, south, east, and west. Lem's useful devices, durable structures, regular gathering of the merchants, improved power systems. Tech and defense doesn't have anything, and then there's prosperity, which is its own DLC. So it's quite nice little carrot on the end of the stick to get you to go do those things, rather than like if you don't need the resource and you're like, why would I care? You can get some big things, I guess, at the end. We don't have enough tools. Are you kidding me? I just handed out tools. Forget it. Most of you do have tools. 50 of you don't. That's fine. And speaking of, anyway, let's tell you guys not to take any more. We also have some radiation suits. Let's just give out the radiation suits as well. So they're getting their clothing, just a few extra people. They can take them. I'm fine with that. Alright. Water is basically full up in all of our towers now. This one it isn't, so I'd like to fill them up more if we could. Alright, nice. Still no mention of that attack coming in again. I'll keep going until that attack happens. It'd be a nice finale, I think, to the episode to see how bad it is or how good it is. The expedition has returned home, so we've gotten all that gear back again. We can go out there one more time just to grab the rations and the wood. Don't need many people to do that, though. We can just maybe send 2 people. Sure. I think they'll be able to carry both of those things. Alright, so, yep, there we go. I was wondering, I was like, where's the metal? But they just arrived with it now, so there we go. It's in the stockpile. Oh yeah, we're waiting on this to be done. So this is almost done. Just needs to get more scrap added in and then to be actually constructed. The town hall. Kitchen's doing its thing. Everyone's pretty good. And we're loading up. We need more scrap again. So scrap I'm just completely out of. Get everyone back on scrap. It's 10 in total when this other building gets up and running. It's quite a long journey to get out there. They don't even follow the path because I guess it's not the most efficient path. Maybe we should... Well, actually, it's not even built yet. Let's just cut it in like this. Good. Drought is oncoming in 3 seasons. I tell you, I'd lose my smile pretty quickly if there was 2 in a row. I wouldn't be laughing then or thinking that, oh yeah, we got this in the bag. I'd be crying. Alright, nice. That's a time plate. Expedition's being prepared. It's going to take a while to give them all their stuff. Don't know if it's the scouts that actually bring that stuff in or if it's logisticians. I assume it's the logistics guys that do it. It'd be really awesome if I could get that to the end. So maybe what I could do as well is build the... Oh, the town hall will actually increase happiness. We might get to that endpoint then. But I was going to say also we could get electricity just out to the... What's our network at? We've got 1,000 in reserve that we could still use. So we could still power some more homes. Alright, good. Not the most efficient planning there, I will admit. Don't know if we can handle powering these, but we could try. I think you can just turn off the power on the building anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess it's good to have the option, the infrastructure to do it. Oh my god, the same goes for up here actually, so let's work on power up this way. Especially when water is involved, it's so important. Okay, good. There we go, our town hall has been completed. It's now open to all settlers. Oh, look at it, it looks great. It marks the start of a time of prosperity and self-determination. Starting now, the residents of this settlement are going to state their demands. It's natural that not every concern can be taken care of, but no doubt you'll make the right decisions. Maybe you can learn something from our ideas, Chief. Killian. Oh man, one of my best friends from school is named Killian. That we jointly shape our future is a key pillar of success. However, most of us consider our settlement to be too small to face the challenges of the future. They think we may have to grow to ensure our wealth on a long-lasting basis. Ah, reach 400 settlers. That would be a challenge. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, we've got that up and running now. Can we... Oh, look at that. We've hit all the highest level of contentness you can have. I mean, we haven't filled the bar completely, but we've reached the 3rd tier. So now we have the newborn settlers will live distinctly longer. Alright, we'll just keep speeding up time. I anticipate this attack to be en route any moment. I really do need to power these buildings on soon, actually, because I just feel like we're not getting any, we're just slow on making the tools. Oh yeah, so demanding. It's time to fulfill one of the settlers' demands. Time to choose one demand. Choose one of the demands you want to fulfill. Cake or stew? Does this mean like I promise to try and do one of these things? I could do stew, I think. It's in here, isn't it? I wonder, is it just make one batch, or is there like a certain amount I'll have to make or something? Oh my god. It costs 1,000 food and 1,000 water just to research it. All the trial and error. Or cake. Cake, I would have to imagine you need like chicken and eggs and stuff, whereas stew, I feel like we've got everything we need. So I guess stew? We could start that research after the battery. The battery's about to get started. I'll go with stew. Oh, sorry, I didn't click it. There we go. So research stew and then produce 2,580. Wow. At the moment, we eat most of our foods raw. The cooks say that we can produce our food items to make a stew in order to get even more of our supplies. Let's give it a try. I'm not going to accept this yet. We've got 4 seasons to make that choice. I'd rather get this done and then commit to the research. You know, therefore delaying having to do it. I assume that's how it works. They say I'd make a great politician. Has this been loaded up yet at all? Not at all. Nothing has been loaded up yet. And why is that? Are people just a bit too busy? Relocating resources. The scout is doing it, actually. They go around to the back of the building to do it for some reason. Oh, they just dropped in 20 coal. Okay. Fair enough. So that's the demands. This is the settle... No seeds. Don't care. Don't really need anything else, so yeah, we'll just say no thank you. Looks great, that building there now. I'll just do this. There we go, the town hall. How good is that? So normally without the prosperity DLC, you can upgrade your bus. You start with a bus, several tiers, but then an extra tier is provided with the DLC where you get a town hall and then you get these demands, I guess. So it's kind of like late game content, extra late game content to mess around with. Open missions on the to-do bulletin board. Green Dreams. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, we haven't completed the current one, have we not? Oh yeah, the decorations. How could I forget? Let's just move to tier 2. Water is almost at 30,000, so we're doing really good now. It has been raining non-stop. These water collectors are like totally full. Love it. They're quite contaminated, to be fair, but they are full. This tank still has room in it. Yeah, just let them do their thing. 16,000 food as well, goddamn. Oh, the beacon. The beacon landmark. Blueprints for the beacon landmark. So that's for that mission. I wonder how many people you have to have by the end, like 1,000 or something? Probably more. Oh yeah, we can see our network is all connected up now. That's good. I wonder, did it black out? Or was it powered fine? We'll have to see. Oh yeah, the demands are higher. Okay. We can turn off some buildings. Some that I don't think need it, you know, would be like this one. Yeah, those are fine. I want to power the houses. We don't need to power the watchtowers. They only work at night anyway if you power them, so it's not really that needed. Huh, I don't actually know what happens with an expedition station if you power it. I'm guessing they just get out there quicker. Shorten production time. Oh, so you make rations faster. Yeah, I don't need to do that. That's fine. What else? A school. Do we power a school? I'll leave it at that. That should be okay now. Ah, 150 we need to get rid of. So one of these buildings. This one's not even on. So let's turn that off. And that should balance us out. There we go. Packet full. Oh, you couldn't take all the wood. That's fine, whatever. Alright, nice. They're working out here now and gathering all this scrap, bringing it back home. Scrap is coming up, but slowly, because the journey time is much longer, I guess. Still no attack. I'm just going to speed up time now until this attack happens. So, whether or not I'm going to continue this series really depends on how it does. I've recorded these sort of in bulk, so I'll only get to see the reception afterwards. Thank you again to Assemble Entertainment for sponsoring this. I've had a blast. I've played this game before. I've done a video on before. I recommended it before I was sponsored. So it was really nice to be sponsored for it because it's a game I really enjoyed. People have requested me to play this before, but it is a niche game, you know. I understand it's not probably going to get millions of views or anything, but if people enjoy the series and it has a good, consistent viewership, I'd love to continue it and just keep going with this Prosperity DLC and see where we end up, essentially. Or who knows, if people really want it in the future, we could start like a harder run or something, maybe, from the beginning. Although I feel like that would be quite slow to start off with.
Say I eat anything. You've got plenty. I can smell it. Yeah, smell it all the way here. Give it to me. I want all of it.
Okay, Mike the Mega Devourer is attacking us. Is he an actual rat? No, he's got like a rat on his back. I refuse to pay.
Meal time.
Come on, you'll see. Alright, we need to get everyone in there, which means let's just reduce down the amount of builders, reduce down the amount of water carriers, and get this up to 20. Activate this watchtower, it's active already, and this one. That's all we need to do. We have to now just wait. Don't want to overemphasize. Not going to be some extremely massive clash, but it is a good way to bookend the episode. Let's see. They should be coming in now. There they are. And they have their kind of radius around them where they're damaging and affecting things and killing people. Now, yeah, I don't think they're going to kill anyone. They might damage some of our buildings, which would suck. I don't know if they could actually destroy the water that's in these tanks, for instance. That'd be flippin' devastating if they did that. That'd be crazy. Oh, look at this. We've got concrete, glass, and strengthened metal up as new resources now. That's interesting. I guess since we got the prosperity stuff done. Oh, and did we finish our research? Yeah, we've got batteries now. Sweet, that was quick. So prosperity, we could start with stew. 1,000 of both of those resources, and we can commit to making that decision. Stew. I will do this. I will produce 2,570 stew. Easy. I don't even know what you need to make it, but we can do it. It'd be nice to have a little bit more variety in the food. We don't need to cultivate any new plants. We'll just take what we have and make a stew out of it. Why shouldn't that be possible? Exactly. Alright, good. Let that cook away in the background. Alright. Can't make it here yet, but we are studying it once we deliver 1,000 food and water. Drought's coming in 2 days. Yeah, we've obviously stored up, I think, plenty anyway. Can't even harvest fast enough right now either. Gather all of our ingredients for this stew. Alright, cool. Where are they now? They're close by. It looks like a slightly bigger group than it was last time. Not massive, but slightly bigger. Is there a dog there? Yeah, there's some sort of dog running ahead of them. They have war dogs with them. An awful waste of ammo, shooting it in the air like that. We've got people in here, right? 10 people. Assigned militia 10. Militia on site 5. Well, that's a little disconcerting. Where's everyone else? One of you is just in the town hall. Well, I've done all I can. Alright, we're firing back on them. They're just there. I'll hide the UI for it. Here's a big pile of them. Oh, they're actually damaging our scrapyard and stuff, yeah. Looks like they're gonna make it past the building and into the town, onto the second layer of defenses. How many people are in this one? 7. 0 on site. Holy crap, they've killed everyone in that building. And it's almost completely destroyed. Oh my god. Uh-oh. This attack is a bit more ferocious than I had thought. They're looting resources as they go. Stealing my water, no doubt. Our water is tumbling down. Interesting. Maybe I didn't have people in the tower quick enough, you know? Now, the other towers are way further back. I'm not even going to activate that. This one should handle it, I think. Yeah, they're dropping a bit quicker now. Good. Yeah, dangerous. Little dangerous. You know, I didn't have the tower manned fully, so they kind of got past it and damaged it pretty significantly. And now they're looting all the way through and stuff. Was it worth it, you know? I don't know. They're after stealing about 6,000 or 7,000. It'll tell us when it's over. There's only a couple guys left.
Eat or be eaten.
View the losses. So they took 4,500 water, 700 food. These are the repair costs. We lost 6 of our militia. They destroyed 3 buildings and damaged 20. We used 100 bullets. Yeah, I think that was just a poor defense for me. I didn't get everyone in the tower immediately. I left it too long. I should have just had the tower fully manned. The one on the edge at the very least, right? So that's my bad. Lesson learned for next time, but leave us in peace. Now, we'll get stuff off them. I don't know if we get our water back. No, I guess not. That's always something that's kind of bothered me. Like, I get it. You could just say they maybe they destroyed it, it fell out on the ground, whatever. But it's always kind of bothered me that it's like, oh man, can I get my stuff back if I killed them completely? But either way, we got some beer, we got hard liquor, we got hearty meals, wild boar meat, and fish. They just had tons of food on them. So fair enough. So that kind of makes up for it. And we still have plenty. We're going to handle the drought just fine. But, you know, it's not a nice thing to go through. And then, of course, we need to get repairing those things ASAP. Get everyone back on. And we can take off the munitions, or militia now. Alrighty, so there you go. So what's left to do? We're getting our stew. It's going to start researching now. Yep, there we go. I guess that's going to be it for this episode. So we've just about gotten ready to send off our balloon for the second time to go visit Old Sorensen and see what's going on. It just needs a little bit more rations, one more delivery, and they're out of here. We actually just see them take off for one last time. They're equipping themselves. Another achievement. Oh no, achievement progress on that one. Oh, they might take a little while just to get their stuff together before they leave, actually. And then for repairs, yeah, so these buildings were damaged. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy, but a little, I'd be a little worried there. If we lost like 10,000 water, it would be really bad. We did like 5,000, was a pretty significant chunk. Oh, they're almost ready. Oh, there they go. The speed. I had it on triple speed, but they're off. Off to distant places yet again. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this Let's Play. I'll be really intrigued and interested to see how this is done, how people have enjoyed it and viewed it. And I'd like to continue it if it seems like it's sustainable to do. But either way, thank you very much for Assemble Entertainment for sponsoring this video and this series overall, these first 3 episodes. Really do appreciate it. It was awesome to get the call kind of from them to do this kind of thing. And I think the DLC is really good. I really, really enjoy it. It's quite cool and lots to do. You know, it's really heavy end game stuff where you can also pull out stuff. I'm intrigued to see exactly, specifically, I guess, what exactly the improved power systems, all these different things will do for you in the end when you get them with all the different expeditions. It'll be quite cool to see. All right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one or the next series. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that will give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.